Thank you for tuning in today. I'm looking to have, a good live discussion about being in information technology, applying for jobs, and being in the workforce, and just helping people to basically get to where they want to be able to improve their resume, be able to perform better in interviews and all that good stuff. So if all possible, could you share this out to your social medias and all that good stuff? I thank you all for tuning in advance. Let me see. Hey, what's happening, JW? No, I just got on, and if you can share this out, that'd be great. What's up, TC Baby One? What's good? What's up, Puff on the Beats? What's cracking? He said, "What's up?" Okay, good to see you. That's what's up. All right. Let me see. We're gonna wait a couple more minutes. Let some more people get on the live stream, and then I'm gonna get it started because I believe that I have 5 tips that'll really help you improve your job hunting, your performance in interviews, and just your quality of life, because that's what it's all about. When you're looking for jobs, you're looking for, the right environment that's going to help you grow, that's going to pay you the amount of money that you want to live the life that you desire. And so my goal with this live stream is just to give you some tips to help you basically better perform on interviews and on your resume. What's up, Ronald Gatewood? What's good, family? Thank you for tuning in. Major Gamer One. Okay, what's up? All right. Thank you. I do my best to help everyone as much as I can. I really enjoy this. So with no further ado, if you can share this out on your social medias, I'm going to get started. So the title of this live stream, and I'm going to pull it up, is Information Technology, Job Hunting, and Resume Building Tips. So have you ever applied for jobs, got a call back from an employer, and you didn't realize who was calling you back? That's kind of frustrating, to try and have to recollect who you actually applied for, especially when you are really looking for a job. You may put out 20, 30, 40, 50 resumes and apply for all these jobs, and it's hard to keep track of where you're applying for. So what I got is 5 tips to help you keep track of what you're doing, and then also use that information to perform in interviews and just better produce a resume. All right, so the first tip we're going to talk about is keeping a interview journal. So when you're on websites like Indeed.com or Career Builder, when you're on these websites and you're applying for jobs, or even if you go to a website and apply for a job, here's my suggestion, which is tip number 1, which is broken up in 2 parts. The first part, have a OneNote notebook. I talk about OneNote all the time, but have a OneNote notebook to where you call it, let's say, jobs. And what you do, start a application tab where it's called application, and then each page in that application is a job you apply for. And in that page, what you're going to do is put the job title, the company name, and the job description. And when you copy the job description into that page, OneNote will actually put the link to that job. So when the employer calls you, let's say from company XYZ, and say, I'm calling you about this network engineer position that you apply for. Okay, now you just go to your OneNote, you can review, yeah, I did apply for that. And it'll tell you the date you actually applied for it, because that's the date you copied it into OneNote. So you have all that information there. Now that you have that information, you can use that to your advantage, because now you can use that information and compare it to other jobs that you apply for. And one of the things you will notice when you get, let's say, 7 network engineer positions that you apply for, you will see a list of common skills that these jobs are looking for. Those are the skills that you're going to want to focus on to learn, and then also apply to your resume. So now you have a journal of companies that you apply for and job descriptions that you can actually use to build your resume. So with that being said, now, once you are documenting all that information, the next thing I want to say is, when you apply for that job, tailor your resume, which is number 2. Tailor your resume to the job that you're applying for. Don't just use a cookie cutter resume. If you really want a job and if you really want to make an impact and stand out amongst everyone else that is applying for a job, take that job description that you copied in the OneNote, compare it to the rest of them, take out the key points that they want, whether it's or key requirements that they want, whether it's a CCNP, CCNA, whatever. And if they want you to know something like SolarWinds or those key skills, make sure that you have those on your resume. And if you don't know them, don't put them on your resume unless you're working towards learning that technology. Like if you're in school, a boot camp, or you're training in your lab, then go ahead and put it on your resume and let them know that you're actively learning these skills. So number one was keeping a journal of the jobs that you're applying for. And number two is tailoring your resume for the specific job that you're applying for. Hey, thanks to everyone that's joining. What's up, IT Career Questions? Good to see you, family. No, you're not interrupting my train of thought. I'm about to be on number 3. I thank everybody for tuning in. What's up, Reginald Davis? What's going on, Justin Miller? What's popping? Okay, so number 3, we're going to talk about, and I don't think enough people do this, but read up on the company that you're applying for. So along with keeping a journal of the jobs that you're applying for, start reading up on the company that you're applying for. See if their values align with your values. See what the company actually does. And another thing, find out how the company's performing, because you don't want to apply for a job that is a fellowship. You're going to go there and then you never know what the environment's like. You never know how they're performing if you don't look it up, and you walk in and then next thing you know, they're shutting the doors as soon as you are on day one. It happens. Ask somebody. It happens all the time in IT. So make sure you do your thorough research of the company that you're applying for. Now, how do you do that? You can go to the company's website. There should list their core values. It should list everything pretty much about the company, like the company culture, which would be on like something like Glassdoor. Because a lot of times when employees are either working for a company they love or leaving a company they hate, they hop on Glassdoor and provide a review. And you can actually go to company XYZ on Glassdoor and look up what's actually going on with that company and see the culture, because it'll even be rated also. And then you can look at the salary for the position that you're applying for. So that's another nugget with that. Great advice. Who actually said that? Yeah, JW, that's some great advice. Now, so number 1, if you're just tuning in to this live stream, number 1 was keeping an interview journal. Number 2 was tailoring your resume for the specific job that you're applying for. And number 3 was read up on the company that you're applying for. So number 4 on this is going to be join a organization like Toastmasters. Now, Toastmasters does have a cost associated with it, but we'll talk about that first before I give you another option. But joining an organization like Toastmasters will help you in this area. I know a lot of us, when we're speaking and doing public speaking, it makes us nervous. Your palms may get sweaty, your armpits may get sweaty, or you may start stuttering. I know I talk a little faster when I'm a little nervous. Joining a group like Toastmasters will help you improve those skills that you can use in interviews, if you're doing presentations at work, wherever. Being in that type of environment will not only help you with your public speaking skills, but it also help you with your organization skills because of the way the meetings are structured. And then it'll also help you with your interpersonal relationship skills. It's a great organization. Like I said, there is a cost associated with it. So if cost is a factor for you and you don't have the time associated with that, another option for preparing for interviews is to get around your family, friends, put on your suit, and practice your interview. Your opening statement, the tell me about yourself question, practice that question and tell them about yourself. How does it sound? Let them review you. Get in the mirror. Look at yourself. Look yourself in the eyes when you're in the interview and see how you perform. Are you nervous? How does it feel? Are you comfortable? Practice that. And lastly, everybody has a smart device in 2018. Record yourself and see how you actually look to yourself. Review that and use that. Critique yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. You can always get better. You can always improve. Use that to prepare for interviews in the future. Toastmasters and practice with family and friends. Record yourself in the mirror. That was number 4. Number 5, last on the list. I'm trying to get this done quick so I can get the questions. I thank everybody for tuning in. Number 5 on the list is going to be review the key requirements for the position that you're applying for. Lab every day. You already know what I'm about. When you apply for jobs, when you're taking the job description and you're putting it in OneNote, that company calls you back, and they want to bring you in for an interview. Let's say that it's a technology like ICE. If you never worked on ICE, okay, so here's what you do. You have the job description because you copied it into your OneNote. Now what you're going to do is you're going to hop online, you're going to download ICE, you're going to lab it up in your lab. Get some videos. There's all types of Udemy courses, YouTube courses, there's Cisco documentation, whatever, to study that technology. Study that technology and learn it for yourself. You may not have done it in the field, but if you have an understanding and you could be able to talk about it in an interview to say, no, I have never performed this live in the workforce, but I have labbed it up in my lab, and this is what I know about it. And if you give me the opportunity, I will gladly be able to demonstrate my skills to you, not only in this interview, but also in the workforce. And I love to learn. So what does that tell the employer? That tells the employer that you are passionate, lifelong learner that wants to improve and grow and is willing to do it on their own and is not going to wait on anyone to tell them what to do. So lab it up for yourself. Whatever technology it is that you want to learn. Hey, IT career questions. Shout out to you, fam. I love you, bro. Now, like I was saying, once you have those job descriptions, lab up the technology for yourself. Now, it's going to be hard to learn ASAs and ICE, Cisco Prime, what else? Cisco DNA and all these different technologies, Python in one weekend. Like, yeah, that's almost impossible. But you can definitely go in and read up a little bit. Take a little time and just read up a little bit to have an understanding. Don't go in an interview and say you know nothing about it. You may say that I have never used this in the field, but I have researched it and learned it on my own. That's my advice to you. If you really want that position, you're going to go above and beyond what's called for. And that's what I mean by going above and beyond what's called for. Do more than what's on your resume. Know more than what's on your resume. Know exactly what's on your resume, then be able to talk about more than what's on your resume. That's how you're going to stand out. A lot of people going job interviews and they don't even know what's on their resume, can't talk about what's on their resume. They don't know nothing about the company they're applying for. There's so many things that just disqualify them. But if they just know the basics, that lets them know that you care about yourself, your presentation, and everything else. But that's my 5 tips for you to be able to crush interviews. If you're late to the live stream, this will be available for replay. I hope that I gave you some great tips to help you improve your resume, your interviewing skills, and all that great stuff. And if I have, let me know in this comment section if you got questions. I'm going to take them now. Shout out to everybody that just tuned in. So, what's up? Hey, Bad Blood X, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed those tips. Daddy Dottie, you said, where is a great place to live and get great experience? That's a great question. For me, the best places to live is going to be tech hubs. So when you think of tech hubs, you got Seattle, you got the West Coast pretty much, you got the East Coast, and you got Texas. And I would say Kansas City is becoming kind of like a tech hub, Chicago for sure, and New York, of course, but the coast and southern places like Texas, Dallas, Austin, all that good stuff. So, yeah. But to get it great experience, I mean, there's work from home positions. There's all types of ways to gain experience. So, I mean, everybody has the internet in 2018. It's about you being able to provide that service and think outside of the box. Be creative. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want to learn? And what are you willing to do to gain that experience? Great question, though. Let me see. 5 tips for $5. Thanks, Zach. I appreciate it, bro. All right. JW said, like, what is typical workday duties? Hey, JW, can you be more specific? For what job title are you asking about? Phase 114. Hey, you're welcome. I thank you for tuning in. Hey, if you like this video and you like this live stream, please like the video, share it out, comment, all that good stuff. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I thank you all for all your support. This YouTube has been great. It's been fun. All right, let's see. Major name, just getting my Security Plus. What can I put on my resume with no experience? Now, if you have no experience and you're just not getting us a Security Plus, the question is, what position are you seeking? If you're looking to get in security, you're looking for a SOC technician, a SOC analyst, something with SOC, Security Operations Center, something along that lines will be what you'll be looking for. And there's a ton of entry-level SOC positions. Now, what I would start doing is networking with recruiters. If you're in school, networking with your advisors and your professors to see what's out there. If you're in a boot camp, networking with them to see what opportunities are out there. What you're going to have to do is just build your network and apply, because you're going to get your foot in the door eventually, but it's about how often you put yourself out there. It's kind of like dating. You can get $1 million no's until you get yes. You know what I mean? So it's all about you, how hard you're willing to grind and work for it. I don't really like grinding, but you get what I'm saying. It's all about being consistent and putting yourself out there. All right, let me see. Let me get some more. DC, Utah, Boston, Atlanta, Nashville, in North Carolina. Look, Colorado. Yeah, Denver is another tech hub that's doing this thing. I think Time Warner moved all of his networking engineers in like one place in Denver. So yeah, Denver is definitely doing this thing. Casas, let me see. How do you find time to take phone calls and in-person interviews when you're currently employed? All right, yo, Maj, the question is, how do you find time to take interview calls when you're employed on a 9-to-5? Look, you got a lunch break. Set up your voicemail for a professional voicemail. Take the ringtones off of your voicemail, put a professional voicemail. Tell them that the time that you will be able to call them back specifically. Say, I'll let them know that you're busy or you're available between these hours. Let's say after 6 p.m. or something, you're available. If you work 9 to 5, tell them you're available after 5 p.m. in your voicemail. And they'll leave you a voicemail message and call them back either on your lunch break, before work, or after work. It's pretty simple. If you got a 15-minute break, schedule that 15-minute break to be able to talk to employers or recruiters or whoever you need to talk to. Manage your time appropriately and set up everything that you have possible as professional as possible, because it's going to make you look better. If you're on LinkedIn, set that up professionally and talk to them on LinkedIn and say, hey, I'm working currently 9 to 5. It's hard for me to get free, but I am available at this time. If you got leave, schedule leave. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want to change your life? How bad do you want that next opportunity? It's all about that. Use whatever you have to your advantage. Let me see. All right, thank you. Diddy Dotty, live every day, all day. You already know. Thanks for your support. Let me see. Chad Whitman, what's more valuable, CompTIA or... I can't really answer that, but I'm going to tell you like this. The CompTIA Security Plus will get you in a security position in the door. Now, the OSCP is more specific. So I'm not a security expert like that. So I would have to look more into it, but I would definitely take note of this question and see if I can get you an answer. And maybe somebody in the comments can answer that, but that's not my area of expertise. Let me see. But that's a great question. I hope someone in the comments can get you that answer. Let me see. Best non-help desk entry-level job for CCNA. The best okay, so Russian spy on you. Yeah. The question is, what's the best non-help desk entry-level job for a CCNA? If you actually look at jobs, most jobs in IT on the system side and the networking side list the CCNA. It just seems system administrator jobs list the CCNA, and network engineer jobs and everything in between seems to list the CCNA for the most part. But if you don't want to be on the help desk, Let's define help desk. Do you mean taking calls or do you mean helping people? Because as a network technician, you may be doing some desk side support, and you may also be running cables, or you may be working with vendors. So could you clearly define what you mean by help desk? Because I'm a network engineer and I work with vendors and customers all day long, because if there's an outage, I got to call the site. If there's an outage, I got to call AT&T. If there's an outage, I have to call several people to notify them. So getting off the help desk as help desk title, yeah, that may not be what you want, but as far as providing customer service and working with people, if you're on the service side or the solution side, you're always going to work with people. So that's just something we all have to grow and learn. And if you want to make money, you got to be able to work with people. Unless you're, I don't know who made art, an artist or something. Let me see. Bad Blood X. Y'all, I'm gonna stay on for like 7 more minutes. I'm gonna try and get to as many of these questions as possible. Zach, thanks for the super chat. And anybody else if you enjoyed this, like this video, subscribe if you haven't. Feel free to super chat. Super chats is dope. I can use that to get back to y'all because I want to start doing giveaways again. So let me know. All right. Let me see. Bad Blood X. It says, I'm studying for my CCNA. My buddy just got laid off from IBM in the security division. Job was outsourced overseas in India. What are your views on future jobs being outsourced? Jobs will always be outsourced. I mean, I don't think you can get around that. Now, if you say IBM did it, but that doesn't mean there's no other jobs being created. That just means that you may have to improve your skills and find something else. It's all about the way you look at what's going on. There's always opportunity. There's always, I mean, yeah, I'm sorry he lost a job too, but I'm sure he'll find something better, especially working for IBM. Something else will come along. Yo, thanks for the super chat, fam. All right, let's see. Phase 1-4. What do I need to learn to be a network administrator? I'm gonna have to make a video for that to answer that as a network administrator, because that's a broad title. Honestly, network administrators actually can do the server side and they can actually do the network side. So that's really broad, and I see it often. I mean, what I would say to be more specific is, rather than looking at the title, find what you want to specialize in and what you want to learn. Do you want to learn the networking side as far as Cisco technology, or do you want to learn the server side with Windows, or do you want to learn Linux, or do you want to learn security? I would say focus on that rather than a job title, because job titles can be very, I would say, not clearly defined. Let's say they're not clearly defined always. All right, let me get to the super chat real quick. Thanks, fam. Let me see where he at. Let me get on here. All right, Rocky say, what's good? Appreciate it, brother. He said, just want to show support to a fellow vet. I'm a senior network security and integrations engineer. Hey, salute to you. Salute to you. Thank you for your service, fam, and thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. What's up, KT? What's good, fam? He said, great content as always. This live stream will be available for replay. So if you didn't catch it, I gave 5 great tips to help you improve your interview skills and your resume. So if you like this video, let me know in the comment section below if you're watching this after the live stream. I thank everybody that's tuned in. This has been hopefully informational for you. You know, I sat down and really thought about this one. I'm going to be doing live streams more often to give you direct information to answer your questions. Yeah, there's a lot of questions in here. I'm doing my best to get to them in the next 4 minutes. Hey, this is a good question. Some dude, here's a question. He said, can felons get in IT? I'm in school for a Cisco RN. Man, can felons get in IT? I don't see why not. But it may be kind of difficult depending on who you work for and what you do. And the reason why I say that, because certain positions require certain clearance. Think about it this way. You are the gateway to the kingdom, and they need to be able to trust you with the keys. So depending on what your felony is, may be what is the difficulty. What I would suggest is to put your best self out online. Because when people Google you online, what do they see? So what I would suggest is to build your best profile online. So that way, whatever's happened in your past is in your past. And what you are today is totally different than what you were yesterday. So build your best profile online, build relationships with people that are where you want to be, and just know that your opportunity is there. It just may take longer than someone else, or it may not. But either way, if you want it bad enough, build your best profile online, network with people, and go from there. That's my suggestion. If someone else in the comments has another suggestion that may be a felon and working in IT, let me know, because that would definitely be some great information for some dude. That's his name. That's pretty cool. You like that, huh? All right, let me get a couple more questions. We got about 2 more minutes. Hey, Dale, my cousin, what's up, fam? Thanks for tuning in, family. Dean Murray, he said, hey, Dewan, much respect, bro. Appreciate everything you do with your channel. Definitely learned a lot. I'm doing a career change, so all of your info is A1 to me. Hey, fam, you A1 to me. I appreciate your support. Good luck on your career change, family. All right, let me see. Okay, Russian Spine, you said, I'm cool with taking calls, my man. Hey, fam, well, if you cool with taking calls, then honestly, any entry-level position besides the help desk. So just type in on Indeed, IT entry-level jobs, and then you'll get a slew of entry-level positions that are not help desk title. Now, it sounds to me like you good. You just don't want the help desk title, and that's cool, but sometimes the help desk title will be some of the best experience that you gain. And you could work with some of the best people that set you up for the future. So if you're looking to get in IT, don't sell a job short because of the title. Actually, like I said in step 1, keep an interview journal and look at the job description to see what you actually want to do and go from there. Good luck, yo. All right, let me see. We got about 1 more minute. I'm going to get to the bottom. And Zach Armstrong, what's up, fam? How's programming changing networking? Yo, that's a great question. We got 1 more minute. I'm going to get to this question. How is programming changing networking? Let's talk about this. I got, let's say, 100 and something routers, and they all have a BGP issue that I need to change. Now, normally what you would do, you would have to log into every router or go touch every router. Or if you got some type of NCM like SolarWinds, maybe you could push it out from there. Or if you're really savvy in 2018, you can write a simple Python script with NetMiko, log into the devices remotely, push out that script from your computer, and it pushes out to all of the routers instantly. You probably do that in like 15, 20 minutes, depending on how you test it and how you research it. That's how it's changing networking currently, because you can actually automate so many different processes that would take so much time. So that's how it's changing. That's my time, yo. I thank everybody for tuning in. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Keep y'all alerts on because these live streams is coming hot all week long. I thank y'all for viewing. I'm going to get with y'all on the next one. Peace.